What's up, you guys? Marty Schwartz here, and this is my new project, Marty Music. Really appreciate you subscribing to this new YouTube channel of mine. Thank you. I'm going to do a special request. A lot of people were requesting Just Got Paid by ZZ Top. This is one of my favorite bands. Always got tasty riffs. So this is right in the E minor pentatonic scale. I'll zoom in, show you the riff, to some of the rhythm stuff, all that. We'll break it all down, and hopefully you have fun doing it. So anyway, enough of that. Let's just get to it. Here we go. All right, so this is E minor pentatonic, kind of in this A-rooted extension. I've talked about it in some different lessons. Here's what I think we'll do. We'll learn the lick because it keeps going back to the open E. So I'm going to show you the lick without the open E's so you can get a feel for it. Then we'll add the open E's. So we're going to hammer from the hammer from the 5th to the 7th on the A string. Then we're going to play the 5th on the D, then back to the 7th on the A. Just like that. Then we're going to do the 5 to the 7 on the A. So you put that all together. And as soon as you hit the 7 on the A, we're going to do a pull down, a tug down on the 3rd of the low E. And then we go back to the 7th fret of the A, which is the root. That's an E note. One more time. So now what we do is we add these open E's to it, and we go. So we do that for the first two notes, which is 5 to 7, then an open E. Just like that. Then we go to the 5th of the D. Then it goes back to the open E. So then we go to that 7 of the A. So keep in mind, we're adding these open E's to it. Check it out. Okay, so after we hit the 7 of the A, we hit an open E again. So then we're going to hit that 5 of the A, then an open E. See that? Ah. And so when it does that, it goes to this kind of jazz chord, and it sounds like there's some things kind of layered on it. But it's definitely a B note that you can think of right here or on the 7th fret of the high E. And it's implying a G major 7 chord, which is also the same as like a E minor 9. So what I think, if you're playing it in a full band, then you could play these top 3 strings here on the 7th fret. And if you wanted to use your ring finger, then you could get the G note right here. And that'd be called a G major 7. So that's that one little weird chord that only happens one time in the song. Then you've got rhythm. E, 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 D, 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 and the riff. So it looks like I'm playing an E major bar chord, but I'm kind of just focused on the A, D, and G strings. If you get the B in there, it's okay, but it's more of a rock power chord kind of thing. So we got the E power chord and the D power chord. I mean, you could just play regular power chords, but I like that. And then when I go to the D, he's doing this in a few different spots. He's doing these kind of like Jimi Hendrix inversions. So when you have this D major chord, you can move that index finger up to where your ring finger was and cover the A string too, and then hammer on the 9th fret of the A string. And that's a D major chord inversion. So see that? Great rhythm guitar technique. So then it's kind of like a little Voodoo Child Slight Return kind of thing, because then it goes to a G bar chord, with the E shape, E root, G bar chord, up to the A bar chord, then the riff again. So it cuts off, the lick cuts off and goes, and it's on an upbeat. A chord. Then it goes into this jam, and he's doing these inversions again, which sound, they sound a lot better when you have a bass player, someone hitting those low notes when you do the inversions. But basically the jam, there's like some slide guitar soloing, is A to E. So let me show you some of those things going on. A. So you just got A, E, A, E, A, E, A, E, and the A inversion, if I'm playing the A bar chord with the root on the A string, I could take my index finger and cover the 14th fret, including the A string, across and hammer on to the 16th fret. So instead of A like that, we play the A inversion. And then this E, we can do the inversion there by covering the index finger on the 9th fret across the A string and hammering up to the 11th. But he's doing this other kind of Hendrix thing, actually. And also a kind of a a Keith Richards kind of thing, where you're taking this, you got the E in there, that's the root of your chord, you're covering the 9th fret across from the A string across, and then you can hammer on the 10th fret of the B and the 11th fret of the D. So then you're left with, you got A, E, A, E, but now you can go A, inverted, E inverted. So this new jam is A to E, A, E, E, A, E, E, A, E, A, A. But what you can do is those same inversions. So for the A major chord, you could bar across the 14th fret, including the A string, and play. So dun for the A. And then for the E, we're using the same inversion. So we're thinking of that, but we're barring across the 9th fret, and then we're hammering on and off. It's kind of a Keith Richards thing, although he uses a different tuning for it. You'd be hammering on the 10th fret of the B and the 11th fret of the D. So the A to A, rest. So that will get you through that whole jam where he's doing the slide guitar and all that. And they're just inversions, you know, from A to E, but you can use that kind of Hendrix-y kind of embellishing. So there's that. And there's some hits that happen near the end of the song, and so I'm going to show you that right now. All right, so near the end of the solo, instead of A to E, it starts just doing D to E. You know, just that D chord up to the E chord. Then it breaks down, and it's just E broken down. And it's just using some of those inversions again, where you bar for E major. Once again, you're barring the 9th fret, and you're hammering up to the 11th of the A. You know, it builds up, and then it does hits. And the hits are on a B, which is the 5 of the E blues. You'd call that the 5 chord. You can play a bar chord right there on the 7th fret. You know, just nice, just into the riff. And then, you know, back into the tune. Right? So then, at the end, it's just doing build-ups from the D up to E, and this reminds me of Nobody's Fault But Mine by Led Zeppelin. So it kind of does a Nobody's Fault thing. So we got a lot of things going on. We got that heavy blues rock. We got a little touch of Hendrix and Keith Richards. And we got a little Led Zeppelin there too. And then you're really playing with fire. There you have it. Thanks a lot for hanging out, and thank you for subscribing to this channel, Marty Music. I've got a new website as well, martymusic.com. Got all kinds of cool stuff coming your way, so thanks for taking this journey with me. I really appreciate it, and I can't wait to see you again real soon. See you later.